vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Where do I start? This game took up a decent amount of my childhood, and for what it's worth, it made me the morally questionable person I am today.
Here, I'll feel you, Cactus. I love you, but you don't know that yet.
Not to mention that it blew up my YouTube channel to immense proportions. Anyways, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 is a 2016 third-person multiplayer shooter focusing around the idea of two factions brutally murdering and manipulating each other in order to gain the other's land for what I can only call more vacation space. Cough cough, seeds of time. The zombies want it because it's a fun place to be. That is no reason to start a war, gentlemen. Anyways, again, after playing it for approximately 3 years and becoming a legal adult, I feel like I am now qualified enough to critique the absolute trash out of this children's game. This is where the game excels the most in my opinion. With 100 plus characters in the form of variants to choose from and unlock, the game actually has a fair amount of content with a decent amount of variety between each variant. Colonel Horn and Citron are great offensive additions to the mostly defensive plant team, and having an actual sniper for the zombies is much better than relying on Camo Ranger to shoot down plants from across the map. Unfortunately, I have to say all of these characters feel the same to me. Every time I play, regardless of which character I choose, I have the same slow experience. During my time revisiting the game, I constantly wished I was playing another because it's that slow and unbearable. But instead, I kept playing, hoping my experience would magically turn better. I felt like I was doing a chore each match I played, and it doesn't help that the progression system for leveling up these characters is incredibly tedious. Every time you get a kill, summon or plants, or even breathe, you get experience. Sounds good, right? Well, not really. The amount of experience for doing those things is so minuscule, and with each variant having over 40 levels, it takes forever to fully up over 400 times without doing even more tedious challenges. If completing said challenges didn't give you an XP multiplier, or if not playing the game for more than 1 day didn't deplete it by a fourth, I'd be whatevs on the issue, but that's not the paradise Trump gave us. Instead, I need to vanquish 25 buckethead zombies with Arcane Enigma while they're time snared and goatified as Sunflower. But at the end of the day, leveling up gives you nothing but coins, so it isn't a huge issue. I just think as someone who played the game for much longer than they wanted to, just to level up all the characters completely, the progression system is extremely frustrating. However, I don't think the new characters or even the progression system is what killed the game for me, but I do think they contributed to what did. First, some background. The new classes add new gameplay mechanics that bring more variety to the Garden Warfare franchise. We established that, but there's also a downside. The new characters are floatier, jump higher, or turn into a ball and run around the map without a care in the world. These new character physics cause the maps to be more open and less varied. Proof of this lies in the remastered Walnut Hills. For those of you absolute turds who don't know, Walnut Hills is from the original Garden Warfare game and was released as free DLC in Garden Warfare 2. In this map, the player cannot choose the classes added in Garden Warfare 2 because the devs found them to not work or break the map entirely. The maps need to account for the new characters' physics, abilities, and sizes, leading to the maps being so open and unvaried. I mean, the maps have the same issues as the characters at the end of the day. They all feel the same. There's no, oh my god, I love this map feeling, because they're all copies of each other, with no distinguished pathways, flank routes, or hidden pathways like there were in the first game. Just large, open areas with some cover and some high ground sprinkled throughout. I end up spending a lot of my time walking around through wastelands until I find the enemy or reach the objective, and it's so slow. Between the vast land I have to traverse and the slow-paced gameplay Camping is an epidemic, especially combined with a poor map design, which forces choke points among players with no way to get around them. I cannot stress enough how slow this game actually is, especially regarding the characters. If they were all faster, I don't think the large open maps would be that big of an issue. This brings us on to the next topic. In February 2016, PopCap released the Garden Warfare 2 beta, and it's easily the best game I have ever played. The game was difficult, more so than Garden Warfare 1, which is already pretty hard to be good at. Everyone was zooming across the map like Gen Z. You had to be moving at all times, camping got you killed, and at this point, the map suited the 100 miles per hour gameplay, because anyone could cross the map in 5 seconds, making the walking through a wasteland issue obsolete. Garden Warfare 2 was the perfect combination of fast, fun, and challenging. Unfortunately, people had their complaints. The Plants vs. Zombies fan base is made up of a bunch of little babies. I will always remember the day PopCap stated that they were going to nerf everyone's movement speed. I believe the approximate exact thing they said was, "We want chaos, but we want organized chaos." Now this change was announced between the beta and the official release, so I didn't really care. I didn't think nerfing the thing that made the game fun would root it entirely for me. But it did. So why did PopCap choose to completely change the style and pacing of their game? Well, that brings us to right now's topic, actually. The ugly fan base. Throughout the beta, the 5-year-olds complained about wanting balance changes for many things because of their lack of skill. Don't get me wrong, the game definitely needed both nerfs and buffs to characters, but I think the community was high on lots of luck joy juice when demanding these changes. I remember multiple people saying the game was too difficult, and characters like Citron, who could melt through the entire zombie team in 3 seconds, needed buffs. It's just really sad to see what this video game used to be and compare it to what it has become. What was once a glorious game has now become Webster's definition of molasses. All the open maps feel the same to me. It doesn't matter which one I'm on or even which character I'm playing. I always get the same feeling of, why did I pick up this game for the 10th time? Oh wait, it's because I have nothing better to play. Despite my personal negative opinion, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 is still beloved in the heart of the community. However, I am more of the wretched left big toe of the community, and I despise this game with all of my heart. I give it a soft 3 out of 10. I spent a lot of time playing this game in my youth, but after revisiting Garden Warfare 1, and even playing Battle for Neighborville, I can't say I enjoy Garden Warfare 2 anymore. I get frustrated whenever I play, I regret getting back on, and I feel like I've wasted my time after completing a match. I could give it a 4 out of 10, I can see myself doing that, but as of now, I'm sticking with a soft 3. In the end, I think PopCap was right. The game is for sure bigger than Garden Warfare 1, but it's most definitely badder as well. Hey Bratchneys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't watch my other ones because they're all trash. Yeah, I think it's kind of nice being back after 4 years. I did a lot more editing with this video, and I plan to upload a lot more. I'm promising you that. So I will actually get off of my ass and do something for once in my life. Thanks for watching again. Au revoir.